Tea Tribe, and welcome to the Morning Tea. Of course, I am Alex Schiffman, and I am joined by my amazing...
Good morning, everyone. I am Courtney Revolution. Welcome to the Morning Tea. How you doing, Alex Schiffman? How you doing, Tea Tribe? How y'all doing?
I am doing very well. Tea Tribe, give us a like if you're happy, because of course it's Tequila Tuesday, and who doesn't love Tequila Tuesday? And we want to know, where are you watching from? Let us know in the chat. We know we have fans internationally, and we have new Tea Tribe members every single day. So let us know in the chat where you're watching from. We love to hear it. Courtney, how are you feeling this Tequila Tuesday?
I'm feeling good. Now, listen, I'm just letting y'all know before Alex even run down the docket, I am going to need a shot because as y'all can see, we're talking about Cardi again. So I'm very glad that if we have to talk about Cardi again, that we have tequila, girl, because I'm going to need it. It's going to be the TTT, the Tipsy Tequila Tuesday. So get your T cubes on, y'all. That's a little 3 up.
Yeah. All right, so we got some Tea Tribe members from Albania, Cambodia, Nebraska, Jamaica, Texas. Wow.
Georgia, California, Florida, girl. Namibia. Shout out to Africa.
Yes, NT is giving us some love from New York City. I mean, we have so many people. Malaysia. Wow, a fan from Algeria, Russia, Sweden. This is crazy. I mean, this is so exciting to see everyone here. Make sure if you're new here, give us a like, subscribe, hit that notification bell because we bring you the morning tea every single morning. And today we have a great show for you today. Courtney, before we went live, I have to talk about something because do you know it's been 6 years since Robin Williams passed away? How sad is that?
6 years?
6
Already?
years.
Already?
Yes. What is your favorite Robin Williams movie?
I think, listen, I'm not a stan of Robin Williams, but I definitely did appreciate him as a celebrity, especially growing up. A very sacred memory I have is one of the first times I ever went to sleepaway summer camp was I watched Hook. And I didn't know what the movie was. I just realized throughout the movie, I was like, oh, this is kind of like Peter Pan. And then after, as I grew up, I was like, oh, Hook, this is that movie. So shout out to Robin Williams and everyone that loved him. And the Flubber stands, because we know y'all love Flubber out there.
Flubber and Mrs. Doubtfire is my all-time favorite. It plays on E! often, especially during quarantine, they've been replaying it. And I mean, that is some amazing acting. So shout out to him, and we send love to his family because obviously he had a huge impact on the world. But someone else that has a huge impact on the world are teachers, Courtney. And you got to hear this news about Krispy Kreme because Tea Tribe, if you're a teacher watching, let us know in the chat. Or if you have a teacher friend or mother or family member, let us know because this is exciting. Krispy Kreme is giving away free coffee and donuts to teachers this week. So Krispy Kreme posted on their Instagram to make the announcement saying, it's how #Krispy Kreme is telling #teachers we love you. So come in for a free original glazed donut and brewed coffee today through Friday. But Courtney, it gets even better yet because today you can thank any educator in your life with donuts. You can get a free straight A dozen to share when you buy any dozen. So it's like you get a free donut when you buy one. But this obviously is really important right now because I feel like, especially during quarantine, a lot of moms and dads are currently homeschooling. So I know if I had parents that were homeschooling right now and I could buy them a donut, how cool would that be? You know what I mean?
That is really cool. And shout out to teachers because I feel like sometimes shout out to teachers that make the learning experience more than worthwhile because I enjoy the teachers that even if you didn't learn that much in the class, they were the teacher that was like, oh my God, I'm bullied, have lunch with me, outside of the cafeteria, addressing the lesson plan to, be around your specific interests. Shout out to teachers. They deserve some donuts too. And I love a good glazed myself.
Right. Teachers don't get enough credit. And I feel like, especially now, we obviously are in LA. And so a lot of our schools haven't gone back just yet. They're doing this virtual thing, but I know over on the East Coast, some of the schools have gone back. Let us know, T-Tribe, if you, like we said, are a teacher. Tell us your favorite teacher, because I know we all have a special teacher that kind of impacted our life. Courtney, do you have any teacher you remember that really impacted your life?
My favorite teacher ever in the world, outside of my mom, because my mom is a teacher, is my homegirl, Miss Quinn. I had her all 4 years of my high school. I took her for speech communication, and then I took drama as an independent study. Had drama every single year. Girl gave a monologue every single year. Girl gave y'all my best Queen Latifah moment on stage every single year. So shout out to Miss Quinn, because she was just the kind of woman that was like, do whatever you want, reach for the stars, and if you love YouTube that much, turn it into a career. And suddenly, Alex Schiffman, here I am. So shout out to Miss Quinn. What about you, girl?
You are. I had a great honors English teacher in, I think it was my junior year of high school. And just every single day, she made me feel like how important it is to communicate your feelings, and how literature has, changed the world so much. And so I just had special moments with her. So shout out to her. But T-Tribe, let us know. Anyone you would want to send Lay's Donuts to? Yes.
I'm letting you know right now. You know when I interrupt that it's something that must be said before I forget, Alex. So first of all, let me apologize for cutting you off. But I need to let this be known before we continue, because I don't want them to interrupt you in the chat. Hi, welcome to the Morning Tea. This is an hour-long pop culture conversation that is hosted by Queen Alex Schiffman and myself, Courtney Revolution, jester and sidekick. Now, if you're new here and if this is your first time, we're going to get to the title story. We're going to talk about Cardi, and we're going to talk about Kylie and all of that. But one thing y'all will not do is rush us. We're going to get to it at around the hour mark. So please get comfy, cozy, enjoy the stories that me and Alex will discuss. And if you do feel like being disrespectful, go right on ahead, because we've got two moderators, Wesley and Karina, that will boot y'all, and we won't care. So keep it respectful. And now back to our regularly scheduled program. Hit it, Alex Schiffman.
Well, on that note, Courtney, there is a lot of tea to spill today. So why don't we just break down the show so everyone joining us right now can get a little insight on what we'll be talking about today. So first up, of course, our headline and OMT story of the day. Cardi B reaches out to Kylie and Chris, and it's having us say OMT, of course. So stick around for that. We're also spilling the tea on Charli D'Amelio defending social media star Cover and the body shamers. Plus, RuPaul tells us why his Instagram disappeared. Then we're talking about Azealia Banks updating fans on her mental health. Plus, some scoop on Tamra Judge. Any Real Housewives of Orange County fans? We're talking about Tamra. She's pursuing a passion she gave up for 12 years. So this is good. Mm-hmm. And then, Courtney, do you know what Selena Gomez and Billie Eilish just signed up for? Well,
signed up to do good.
Stick around, because we'll let you know later in the show. All that plus our couples Thera-Tea and our car Jenner tea time. So we have a lot to talk about, Courtney. I think it's time to pour up that hot water and let's spill that tea, because there is too much to talk about. And we got our tequila to drink. I mean, this is just a crazy Tuesday. A fun Tuesday.
Alex, I truthfully love the Tea Tribe, because I love that now at this point, hashtag stay focused is now their knee-jerk reaction to nonsense. I appreciate you. Stay focused, because we like to have fun here. Cheers, man. Yeah. Cheers, exactly. My dear.
That's right. Mm-hmm.
Oh, that burnt my taste buds off.
Shout out to Amanda, who's saying, good morning, Courtney and Alex and Tea Tribe. So glad I made it to the live today. Yes. We love for you to join us live. Nicole saying hi to Alex and Courtney. Amazing. All right. Let's get started and get caught up on what happened while you weren't looking. It's time for our first segment. You missed it. These are all the stories that may have flown under your radar. So first up, high fives are in order for TikTok's Charli D'Amelio, because she's firing back at body shamers after her fellow social media star Cover said she's been criticized for the way she looks. So Cover's 20 years old, and she wrote a long statement on Instagram story saying, quote, "It's so hard to be confident in yourself and love yourself when the world tells you that you're fat or ugly." I mean, how heartbreaking is that? Charlie, who is only 16 years old, said, she tweeted, "I can't understand why some people think it's okay to talk about someone's looks, weight, sexual identity, etc. in a negative way. This can be hurtful to not only the person you are making fun of, but also the people that look like or identify with what you are saying is the problem." So we've spoken about Charlie on the show before. TikTok fans in the chat, let us know your thoughts on this. Charlie is such an old soul. She we love her because she doesn't really, that's Cover. She doesn't really get involved with the drama. And I just recently saw her on Instagram Live, and she was like directing her followers to support, organizations that are focused on Lebanon. I mean, she sent her followers to another social media platform that's really focusing on mental health, and she's just a great influence. And she's only 16 years old. And I mean, this is amazing. I love to see fellow, social media stars defending people, because as we know, and it happens to us daily, people are very mean on social media, and they, for some reason, think that they can just bully people however they want. And it has to stop, because it's not right. It's not okay. And people need to be, to focus on how they would feel if someone spoke to them in that way. Do you know what I mean, Courtney?
I'm glad that Charlie D'Amelio spoke out. People are mean AF on the internet, especially on TikTok, and y'all know how I feel about the ticks and the talks. Shout out to the reels on Instagram. My thing is this, Alex, I wanted to ask you. So we know that Charlie D'Amelio and her family are coming out with a reality show, right? I enjoy the fact that she is positive. I think that she's great, truthfully. I wonder, do you think that she'll fall into like excuse me, a little mixed kind of hole where, because there may not be a lot of drama because she is such a good person, that the show might not blow up in the way that we expect it to? Because people live for the drama.
Yeah, people do live for the drama, and that's a good point. I don't think Charlie will necessarily be the drama of the show. Dixie, her sister, is a little bit sassier. She's a little more edgy. She may provide a little bit more drama to the show, or her parents. I know her dad is super funny and will add a little drama. But that's a good point, because as we know, from the Kardashians' mouth, when there is drama, or in any reality show, really, the Housewives, we love to see drama. So that is a very good point. But I think it's amazing that she is sticking up for her, because there are a lot of people that wouldn't. And I think she's great. So
yeah, absolutely.
But another person who was done with being scrutinized on social media is RuPaul. Now, RuPaul uses the pronouns he and she interchangeably. For this story, I'm going to use he. So RuPaul put fans into a frenzy when his Instagram post mysteriously disappeared from the app. Page Six learned he wanted to disengage and is keeping a low profile during what so many people are calling an overwhelming time in the world. How smart do you think this is to disengage for social media? Would you ever do this, Courtney?
No. Even last year when people were like, girl, let me not even get into specifics. But even when I was going through a rough time almost exactly a year ago with the person that's in our headline, I didn't disengage, girl. I don't have time for that, because I'm good at muting, ignoring. Like, y'all are not going to threaten me. Y'all are not going to bully me. Like, I don't care. I do think that it's interesting, Alex, that RuPaul is deciding to disengage from social media after people are calling his involvement, or rather lack thereof, to the Black Lives Matter movement. That's really why I think the reason why RuPaul is deciding to not be part of social media. People are calling his diversity view of RuPaul's Drag Race into account. They're saying, we need more diverse queens. And RuPaul's like, listen, I'm gay, black, and a drag queen. What more diversity do you want? But you know what? When you watch a television show, like just think back to you guys that maybe don't watch Drag Race, think back to America's Next Top Model. If you are not seeing yourself on the TV, maybe you might not feel like you would be able to do that. So they're definitely criticizing RuPaul lately. How do you feel, T-Tribe, if you watch RuPaul's Drag Race? Do you feel like there should be a little bit more diversity in terms of contestants? I'm curious. I love me some Drag Race.
Yeah, I do. It's a great show. That is a good point. We know that social media is a great place. It's a positive place, but it can also be a very negative place. And I just saw someone in the chat saying, yes, it's about protecting your energy. And then in parentheses, Meg Stallion, who also just recently did that. I understand. I mean, social media, like we just mentioned, it can be difficult. And if you're not well in yourself, in your mental health state and all of that, I mean, a lot of people's social media, they call it their highlight reel. So you don't see a lot of the hard times and the struggles that people are actually going through in real life. Sometimes they keep that private. So if you're not in the state of mind and you're seeing everyone succeeding and doing well, it could really affect you. So I think it's very healthy. There are a lot of apps now that you can actually unplug and go off social media. And I think that if you feel yourself, feeling overwhelmed, I think it's super healthy. And I advise anyone to disengage. So I get it. I completely get it. But let's move on to another celebrity who is doing better after a social media concern, Azealia Banks, who we've talked about on the show before. She gave fans a scare on her Instagram story, several disturbing messages with one thing. This pandemic, extreme lack of social interaction, no intimacy, combined with the constant public ridicule is making life harder than it's worth. I think I will end my tenure here on Earth soon. So that was really scary, obviously. And then a new post says, quote, I'm fine, better than I was before. And she posted a mermaid emoji and a blue heart emoji. Are you worried about Azealia? Do you think that, this is something to be concerned about?
She put on social media that she was fine and to leave her alone, and don't start talking about her in news outlets once she says something that can be perceived as suicidal. That's what she said. Now, to be truthful, Alex, I think part of the bigger conversation is why do some people feel like we should be like, oh my God, we have to protect Kanye. Like for me, example, I'd be like, oh my God, we really want Kanye to get the help. And for me, I'm also the same person that's been like, we need Azealia Banks to get the help, and they have laughed at me in the past. But why does Kanye sort of get that big mama pat on the back, and Azealia Banks a lot of the time does not? They both have said, just for clarity, y'all, they both have said awful things about communities of people. She said stuff about Zayn, girl. I don't even want to say it because that's how uncomfortable it makes me. She said stuff about Zayn, said stuff about the gays, but she's also part of the community. So with Azealia, I feel perplexed, but I do want her to be safe. She had a really awful neighbor last year, Alex, that was threatening to shoot her. And I was the only one being like, does anyone care that Azealia Banks is crying right now? Like she's having a nervous breakdown. And people were like, well, shouldn't have said what she said about Zayn 5 years ago. Like, you know what I mean? So I wish if we could extend that grace to Kanye, that Azealia Banks could get the same kind of grace. That's just my opinion, though. How do you feel about it?
That's a great post. I think, fans are concerned because she has been open before about her struggle with bipolar disorder. And like you said, just like Kanye, people are concerned for a reason. But I guess by her saying, I'm fine, better than I was before, it seems like she's recovered from whatever state she was in before, and she seems to be in a better place. So you can only go by someone's word. But obviously we can, be concerned as fans, but she seems to be better. So that's all we want. That's the ultimate goal. Yeah. We should, take notice to everyone that's struggling, no matter if they're in the headlines or not. But here's a bit. Let's talk about which star is reconnecting with her original passion. So we're talking about Real Housewives of Orange County star Tamra Judge. Real Housewives fans, let us know in the chat. Are you a fan of Tamra? Will you be missing her because she's not going to be on this season? She left the show. She told us weekly that she was renewing her brokerage license and joining a new agency. What's wrong?
Leo, don't put that first picture back up. And that's all I'm gonna say. I didn't mean to laugh. I just haven't Leo, don't do that. Go ahead, Alex, my bad.
For those that are Courtney is not a fan of this franchise. He's never seen an episode, so he's just learning who Tamara is right now with all of us. However, I'm a big fan of Courtney. And this new passion that Tamara's excited about is she put her dream of real estate on hold for 12 years when she was on the show, but she's no longer on the show, so she can now become a realtor. Do you think this is a good time for someone to kind of go into real estate? What do you think about this, Courtney?
You know what? Shout out to her for going into real estate. I mean, Ariana Grande's boyfriend's a real estate somebody, right? So she could get a coin. We know Mauricio, Kyle Richter's husband, he works in real estate too, right? The agency, and that's really popular and big, especially out here. So listen, if you put a dream on hold, it doesn't mean that you won't ever be able to reach it. You know what I mean? I always tell people, Alex, like, it really doesn't matter what age you are. It's like, as long as you want it bad enough, you can have it. So she had her moment. Do they hold up the oranges in OC? Do they hold up the oranges? Or is that Florida I'm thinking of?
No, that's
Florida.
orange.
Is that their fruit?
No.
That's
OC is the orange. They're the original franchise. The originals.
Oh, yeah. She got her orange, but now she's trying to get another bag. So I can be a fan of that. Yeah. Go ahead.
And, fans of the show will know that her and her husband own Cut, which is a gym. So they already have, people, housewives that may also be looking for houses. So it'll be an easy transition for Tamara to kind of join real estate. There's also speculations
Alex.
Yes.
Actually, you go first. You finish, and then I'll ask my question. You ask her question.
There's also speculations why she left the show, because she left in January. And rumors have it that producers were planning to demote her to a part-time friend role on the show. You know how they do that with some castmates. And Tamara was like one of the stars of the show. She's been there since the beginning. So to be a friend, no one's gonna do that. Could you imagine, Courtney, if they were like, "You're the star, now you're just the friend"? You would leave too, right?
Am I getting paid? Here's the thing. Here's the thing about being a friend. The thing that I've heard when it comes, this is from Tanya. If you guys watch Real Housewives of Atlanta, Tanya has said, yeah, everyone wants me to be a housewife, right? She's very likable, but she says, why would I want to be a housewife and put my entire life on display when I could hang out with my girlfriends kind of as a sidekick, plan the trips, get paid to go on the trips, and then come back and people are not really in my business? Alex, that sounds like a plan to me, girl. Alex, you want to just be the kick along girl and say, oh, hey, girl, and be at the lunch and you getting $100,000, girl? That's what I'm talking about. That's called the bag. I wanted to ask you, Alex, what your opinion is, because there's someone in the chat that's saying that they've never seen Housewives, any of them, and where should they start? For me personally, I would say if you want a good starter series, a good starter franchise rather, for me personally is Atlanta, just because right out the gate, they're funny. It's not high on the drama. And then my second after that would either be Beverly Hills, or I would even throw in New York, because I feel like if you're a certain kind of woman, those women from Real Housewives of New York. What would you say, Alex?
I'm going to be honest. Orange County has kind of declined over the years. I was a huge fan of Orange County. And, they are the OGs. So it is the first franchise. So if you're starting into this, you may want to start at Orange County. However, I think Beverly Hills has a lot of well-known celebrities with the Vanderpumps. And there's other shows involved in Beverly Hills. So I think that's a great one. If you just want straight up drama, New Jersey, I mean, there are tables flipping. We got a lot of crazy stuff happening. Yeah. What you want. Or New York has, a very Upper East Side, fancy ladies, and then Atlanta, it gets wild too. It's all about what you're looking for. Watch all of them. That's the moral of the story. It's good.
I agree. For those of y'all that are asking if Kylie's getting replaced, we won't know until Cardi time. So there you go. If you're wondering if Kylie's getting replaced, me and Alex Schiffman have not a single clue until Cardi time. Now, Wesley and Courtney, please let them know that we won't talk about their tea time, please.
We will. But until then, Courtney, T-Tribe, are you voting? Because if you are, right, I'm voting in the comments because listen to this news. iHeartMedia just announced the official launch of its 2020 voter awareness, and it is full of T-Tribe favorites like Selena Gomez, Billie Eilish. So guess what? iHeart listeners will have the opportunity to record and submit their own 20-second audio or video message about why they are voting. This is really cool. This is like a first. I haven't heard of this before. You can listen on the iHeartRadio app to do it. This is really important, Courtney, you know, especially rallying up stars like Selena and Billie Eilish to kind of lead the charge. How do you feel about it, Courtney?
I feel really good because I feel like if younger people see their faves go out and do it, they will be inclined to do so. To be honest, Alex, I wish that more younger celebrities would be involved, and maybe not even the celebrities, the influencers. I really wish that this story also could have included Tana Mojo, James Charles, and all the girls that I enjoy dragging. You know what I mean? It would have been great to, even though he did what he did, girl, it would have been great to be like, well, at least Shane Dawson is telling y'all to go vote. Like, you know what? It's just like, shout out to Selena Gomez, shout out to Billie Eilish. I just wish that it were people that we would not expect because they have very impressionable audiences.
Yeah, I hear you. I think that's a great idea to get as many influencers and celebrities involved to get the word out there and to learn more about local election procedures in your area. T-Tribe, you can text voter to 26797. It's part of the Why I'm Voting campaign. It's really cool. And as you know, it's important to vote at your. On that note, I see Mika in the chat. Shout out to you. Let's do a little 5, 6, 7, 8.
Miss Mika, nice to meet you. She on fleek. She loves the tea, yeah. And we see ya. Miss Mika. Go, Mika. Go, Mika. Go, 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 Mika. Happy Tequila Tuesday. Hey. To Miss Mika, it's always nice to meet you.
Yes. Hello, Mika. Thanks for joining us. We'll be doing a little shot in your honor and the rest of the T-Tribes later because, of course, it's Tequila Tuesday. But let's turn to the couples that are making moves, missing things, and having Twitter storms. It's time for our couples Thera-Tea, of course. And first up, someone is on the move. And that's Dua Lipa, who is moving to LA to be closer to her boyfriend, Anwar Hadid. They began their lockdown experience together in London, as we've talked about on the show before. But The Sun is reporting that she had to move because she was afraid that she wouldn't be able to travel to and from England because of the global pandemic. Insiders say that she moved into a lavish property in Beverly Hills near her boyfriend's place. Courtney, would you do that for your partner?
No, especially not during no worldwide pandemic. Now, Miss Dula and all of her peeps can do that because she got the coin. See, when you got the coin, Alex, you can go Power Ranger. Now, Courtney ain't got the coin and barely got the bag. So Courtney will be staying in the Revolution Detective Agency right where you see me here, and I will not be leaving. In fact, Alex Schiffman, I don't even have no passport. So I definitely ain't going nowhere.
Really?
I ain't even never been out the country, girl. I'm trying to go to London, girl. But it seems like if people don't want to put their mask on and they want to keep coughing on people, then I won't be able to go. So shout out to Dua Lipa that she can do that. She loves her man that much. I just love my lungs, my heart, and my blood vessels too much to do so. And I'm broke. So what about you, T-Tribe? Are y'all moving countries for y'all partners?
You know, this is a touchy situation because I think that we don't know necessarily when the pandemic is going to end. And so I hear why Dua Lipa, if she's safe. Meanwhile, we are allowed, like legally, you are allowed to still travel safely on airplanes and all that. And like you said, she has the coin. So maybe she has a private plane. And so does Anwar and his family. So maybe they have a private plane where she's not being exposed to a lot of people. She can do this as a celebrity. The average person can't do this, but we don't know when the pandemic is going to end. It could be years. And if she really wants to be with her boyfriend, then I understand why she would do this. And I maybe would do it as well. You know what I mean? If I was safe and I had the money to do it. So I get it. But
Tina agrees.
also,
Tina said if I had the money and I had the proper precautions, yes. So you ain't
yeah,
alone, girl. Y'all gonna get on that flight.
right, right. But you know, you got to be safe at the end of the day. So you got to choose health over love sometimes and other things. But of choosing things over other things, in baby news, Gigi Hadid is getting ready to give birth to her first child. She opened up to a fan about how she misses going for horseback rides during pregnancy. So the fan asked her on Twitter if she was still riding horses these days, to which Gigi wrote back, quote, "Early on I did, only walking though, but not anymore, missing it." Is there anything that you've had to give up on or missed in your lifetime before, Courtney? I know you're not pregnant. We're not pregnant, but
I mean, no. But
yeah.
I mean, how about this? I really, really miss jalapeno cheese pretzels at Disney. Let me say that, Alex. You know, I really, really miss them. I can't fly. Truthfully, Alex, this was supposed to be my year, girl. I was supposed to be flying all over the country, coast to coast, girl. Festival to festival, VidCon, the playlist, to Harry, to Taylor, to Disney a couple times, girl. I was gonna try to sneak out for the end of the summer, go to Disney a couple times. Girl, I can't do none of that. So that's about it. I don't really miss things because I adjust in seclusion really easily. But you know, shout out to people that do miss things. What do you guys miss? What do you miss, Alex? You miss hitting the green for some golf, girl?
See, no, you know, golf is a very kind of solo sport, so it's safe. That's why a lot of people, especially during quarantine, are kind of picking up golf because there aren't a lot of people involved. It's a solo sport. You can be safe. But yeah, you know, I've actually been playing more golf lately because it's the only thing we can do. But I feel like the story is pretty relatable because no, we're not pregnant, but I think everyone's missing things. They're missing family, they're missing friends, they're missing birthdays, weddings, literally, you know, events, like you said, concerts. So we're all missing things. We're all pregnant right now.
You know what else I miss? I normally every year miss Reese's peanut butter cups when I give them up for Lent. So I feel that. It's a long 40 days. I have a Reese's peanut butter cup. For those of y'all that don't know, I have a Reese's peanut butter cup every single day of my life. Like Alex, every single day of my life. The bigger the cup, the better. If I can find a king size big cup at the gas station, I'm coming out with 5 for the week. So to give it up for 40 days during Lent is a lot. So Gigi, I feel you. It's almost like I'm pregnant, but a lot shorter.
I miss movie theaters. I miss working because I'm home and broke. We hear you. When I was deployed, I missed my freedom. Wow, Jessica, that's awesome. Michelle says when I was pregnant, I miss drinking. I think a lot of pregnant women can relate to that, but safe. You're being safe.
Safe.
Kim said, or I'm sorry, Tiny Media says, I miss my normal life. Listen, we all have a new normal. Kim says, I miss being in the classroom. Brenda, I miss traveling.
Go, girl. Come on, Brenda. We flying out.
Hear that. But you'll have it when it's right. You know what I mean? I feel she misses the mall. Paula was
supposed to be like me. I feel you, Paula. Love on was. Love on. That's Harry. Loverfest was coming, Paula. I'm sorry, y'all. If y'all had concerts this year, y'all know I'm the concert girl. So like, I very much feel your pain. But shout out to our celebrities for realizing that COVID is very real and they're protecting us by postponing and canceling.
Yeah. Gabby says, I miss movie theaters, but I go to drive-ins because that's still having fun and being distant. Yeah, a lot of drive-in movie theaters are starting to be created because, you know, they're bringing the old school drive-ins back. I love it.
Out here, they had the drive-in drag show, Alex. They had all the drag queen enthusiasts out here driving up. I said, now that is a cute and smart idea. Y'all are just not going to get me to do that because I saw the pictures the next day, girl, and it didn't look like nobody. They were sitting on the cars. They were sitting in front of the car. Y'all was too close. But you know what? Smart idea. Y'all are trying, and that's what I appreciate, the effort.
Yeah, that's what I love right now. If there's one positive from quarantine, there are some positives, but I feel like people are getting very creative, and they're trying to survive, and they're thinking of, they're just thinking differently. And I love to see, new companies being created, people are getting creative, and I love it. But this celebrity who needs our Thera-Tea right now may not be in love, but is sure having a great time with fans. So Selling Sunset star Chrishell Stause, we've talked about her on the show the past few weeks, has plenty to say on social media about her divorce to This Is Us star Justin Hartley. Chrishell is still writing back to fans. She sent a GIF of Lady Gaga hugging herself as response to a fan who disagreed with her co-star Davina, saying that there were two sides to the divorce. It seems like Chrishell loves to respond on social media. Of course, we mentioned before, an article was posted, and they posted a picture of her instead of Justin's first ex. She was livid and tweeted wrong ex. In case you were wondering, Justin seems to be doing just fine. He's in a 3-month relationship with his former The Young and the Restless star, Sophia Pernis. Over the weekend, Sophia shared this Instagram photo, and those hands are likely to be Justin Hartley's. So, what advice do you have for Chrishell, Courtney?
Alex Schiffman, I don't know a lot about Miss Chrishell or the selling of all of the sunsets, but I do know that Chrishell needs to log out. It's doing too much, and you create a bigger mess when you be airing it out. You know what I mean?
I completely agree. And Chrishell is a beautiful woman. Not to make her pain of this divorce and everything go away or to take that lightly. I'm sure she's struggling, and I feel for her. However, Chrishell, we know how men work, and you got to play a little hard to get. So if you keep acknowledging what he did wrong and vocal on social media, listen, he's obviously moving on. You're a beautiful woman. You need to move on too. And, take your time. You don't need to move on just yet, but got to play a little
You
hard
don't need to
get.
look bitter and upset. You get what I'm saying? Because that's how it looks, Alex. Bitter and depressed. You never look like that.
Exactly. Or just focus on your healing. If you're not ready to move on, that's okay too. Let me say that. If you just need to be alone and focus on yourself, obviously you're together 6 years, married 2 of them. I'm sure there's a lot of pain there. But if you were my girlfriend, I'd want you to go out and get yourself a man to have fun with right now, because that always works. A little distraction, right? But
I was going to ask you, do you believe that, Alex? Because a lot of people say that. Do you guys agree? Like when you break up with someone, do you immediately go out and find somebody like a hot, sexy so-and-so across the bar? When we could be at the bar. Now we go out with a good mask on. But, do you spot a tall, dark, and handsome stranger and you take him home for a boudoir moment? Do you truly feel better after that? I've never done that because I've only been in like one relationship. So does that work, y'all?
I don't know. T-Tribe, let us know. I'm a little bit more, it takes me more time to heal as I'm giving this advice. I think that it doesn't hurt having a little conversation at a bar. You don't need to take them home. You don't need to be that girl. But you can, have a little distraction.
But if you want to, that's fine.
Exactly. But a little text message, just some distraction. But you don't need one. You need a man-tourage. That's what I like to say. You need a buffet, right? You can't just have one, especially when you're going through a difficult time. You need a lot of distractions, because if you put all your eggs in one basket and it doesn't go your way, then you're going to get back into that old rut. So you need a little mantra, right?
Hey, I like that, girl. That's the T-shirt right there, girl. Man-tourage, girl. Just a bunch of man silhouettes, girl. One black, one white, one black hair, one blonde hair. Man-tourage with just a one woman silhouette in the middle, girl, looking real gorgeous. Alex, that's your merch. We'll work on it at a later date, girl.
Okay, we got our man-tourage. Let's do it. I love it. But this social media stuff is so crazy, and a family that knows that all too well, Courtney, I think it's that time to take it away, because it's time for our Card Jenner tea time. Let's do this.
All righty. If you guys are all ready for all of that tea from behind the Card Jenner gates, wait, you must give this video a thumbs up. And then after that, proceed to turn your volumes down, because we're about to talk about Kylie right now. For Tea Time! Hello to everyone in my studio, which is no one, just myself. Bam!
Yes.
Give this video a thumbs up if you're ready. Coming up soon, that Kylie news.
Exactly. Stay tuned for that. But first up, let's talk about her momager, Kris. We all know that 1,000 memes launched when she first spoke the words, "You're doing amazing, sweetie," on season 1 of Keeping Up with the Kardashians. Well, she's now using that phrase to help other people in need of advice because the catchphrase has hit IRL. Kris has her personal catchphrase on a silicone spatula in a chic black and white, of course. You know, it's all part of Williams-Sonoma's annual celebrity design series that includes 9 other celebrities. That's Kris's in that left-hand corner. 30% of the proceeds from the sales will go to No Kid Hungry. So this is awesome. That's an organization, for those that don't know, that help fight childhood hunger in America. Dolly Parton has one. Hoda has one. There's a lot of celebrities involved in this. Do you think they'll be a hit, Courtney?
Yeah, to be honest, I definitely was expecting to hate all of them, and I didn't hate any of them at all. I really like the Kris Jenner one specifically, and the other one that really stood out to me, the one that I would get for me is the Hoda one, and Kris Jenner I would get for my mom. The reason being is because I would get yellow, because if I got it for my mom, she'd be like, "Yellow, get stingy." But the black girl, the letters just might come off, and that's fine. So live for Kris Jenner. Shout out to her. She did that. They all did that. They're all nice.
I also love Kristen Bell's. It says, "Cooking is my love language." And being Italian, my mom says that to me all the time. She's like, food is love to me. Like, that's how I show my love. So I love that one as well. I think it's awesome. I think that it's donating to No Kid Hungry. So there's a charity aspect to it. And of course, "You're doing amazing, sweetie." That catchphrase just resurfaced with the WAP music video, because when Kylie posted like a carousel of all the photos, at the end you see Kris with her cell phone taking a picture. Like, she's but like, we love her.
That's gonna be me, Alex. I don't know if you guys can tell. The reason why I'm such a PR genius is because I'm Kris in training, and a hat's right over there. So when the time is right, I'll pull my kitty cat wig on. I'm gonna have like 3 good kids, and girl, Smith's out. Not Smith's out, but Smith beware, because I'm gonna be up there. It's gonna be me, the Smiths, and the Woods.
Yeah, I love it. I love it, and I think I'm gonna be a momager too, because like, I like to encourage, and I'm always the one kind of getting the group together. Let's get a photo. Let's remember this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I love it. But let's move on to this Kylie Jenner being replaced, because I know you're all excited about that, T-Tribe. Has Kylie Jenner been replaced in the WAP music video? Well, Viola Davis, now meanwhile, it's Viola Davis's birthday. Let's just throw that out there. No one knows. So happy birthday to her. She posted a couple different fan tributes that creatively embedded her into Cardi and Meg's music video for WAP. One of the posts replaced Kylie for Viola. It's really funny. Viola seemed to think it was funny too, and wrote, "Who did this?" and added all these emojis. So if you see this right here, normally after this shot, we'll go into Kylie, but they put this shot of Viola in How to Get Away with Murder. So it's like, you see her in this. It's pretty good. Whoever edited this, like, shout out to you, because this was genius. So to answer your question, T-Tribe, she did not actually get replaced, but fans had fun with it and replaced her with shots of Viola Davis. And then you'll see some things on Twitter where her face is on Kylie's body. What do you think about this, Courtney?
You know what, even though the song is nowhere near my favorite, I really have been enjoying the fact that people have been having fun with the music video. It's a quick, like, easy edit, and it can make you feel like you're sexy vixen of the brothel. And you know what, if Viola wants to, live that fantasy, and she had a quick little scene from How to Get Away just in her back pocket, why not? I'm all for it. Go on, Viola. Who would you wanted to have been in one of those rooms, Alex? Is there like a woman that you would have been like, okay, that would have been a gag?
Oh, that's a good question. Maybe like Oprah, like just ran like so off
Ooh,
brand, just a
Oprah.
shot.
Yeah, listen, that would have been a gag. For
Like,
me, I think imagine if I know that you guys, the top ones easily were Saweetie, Jordan Woods. Y'all want
yeah,
all sorts of people, but how iconic would it have been to have had Missy, Lil Kim, Beyonce, even though I didn't really see that happening, but it would have been real cool to have sort of like a grander moment. You know what I mean? I thoroughly enjoyed the fact that there was a plan put in place, but could have went a little better, I think. Oh, Wesley
wait,
said Rihanna.
someone in the chat, and everyone loves to do this, said Nicki Minaj should have been in the video. Could you imagine? No,
No.
no, Courtney not having it.
Nicki Minaj should not have been in the video. I even agreeing with Hollyscoop. Hollyscoop said Lizzo, and that's fine as well.
Yeah,
Because that could have been bigger picture wise. That could have been Lizzo making a moment. Could have been Lizzo, you're single 2 weeks from now. You know what I mean? Like if she were coming back to music, that would have been an excellent plan.
right.
Where's Lizzo now? Now I'm tired. Where's Lizzo? Okay, I'm ready. Just last week I said, girl, Ariana, take a Lizzo size break. Now I'm like, all right, Lizzo, I'm bored now. I'm ready for, good pop music again. Come on, girl. Tell us to leave our men and be happy about it. Y'all ready for Lizzo? I'm ready. I need it. Lizzo and Rihanna.
I'm ready for Liz. I'm always ready for Lizzo. Like I just absolutely love everything she does and touches. She's just iconic to me.
Mm.
But yeah, anyone you just said, oh, multicultural fangirl said Beyonce, Rihanna, Jordan, Ariana, Taylor, Iggy, Nicki, Lauren,
Right.
Lauren Greggy.
You
So
know
many.
who also would have been really good and who also dances really well like Normani? I think that could have been a moment also for Tinashe. For those that y'all know, I love me some Tinashe. Shout out to Ben Simmons, but I love Tinashe. She's a very good dancer, independent artist, and I feel like Tinashe would have been a moment. Y'all are saying Rihanna, and I absolutely agree. Could y'all imagine if we were seeing that leopard and all of a sudden the camera cut and it was Ree? And she was putting on a good Fenty lip or something like that. Could y'all imagine? I would have lost it.
Fenty sponsored the whole WAP music video. That
Mm.
would have been awesome. But this Viola little switch up was fun to see too. And of course, happy birthday again to her because today's her birthday. So isn't that
Oh,
cool? Dock it on her
happy
birthday.
birthday.
Yes.
Alex, I want to ask you something. And I want to ask you this because you're a woman. And this
Yeah.
conversation has been sort of occurring, especially with the release of this music video. And I feel very strongly on a particular stance. So I wanted to see if either you felt the same or felt different. And T Tribe, it's totally fine if you feel different. Obviously, this is why we're having the conversation. Do you feel like lyrically and visually, the WAP song and music video was too much, or do you feel like it reflects negatively on women? The reason why I'm asking is because we've had people like CeeLo Green, we've had some people that watch the show, even now in the chat right now, that were very upset about Cardi, Megan, and the other women in the music video being so sexual and owning their sexuality. For me
Yeah.
personally, I feel like if we're all sexual beings to an extent, and I feel like if you want to express that in a way that is safe and not harming anyone else, like my mom would always say, then I would say go for it and do it. And I feel as though Cardi and Megan and every single woman in that music video executed that perfectly. I feel like if it's not pornography, if I'm not seeing a bear meow or whatever have you, then it's fine. I get a little bit confused when people are against sexuality in popular media, but then y'all will go and, of course, view adult sexual content. So I just wonder how you feel about it, Alex. As a woman, did you feel like it was too much, or did you feel almost kind of empowered by it?
Yeah, I think it's a new age female empowerment. I think part of female empowerment now in this generation is owning your sexuality and being able to speak about it and doing all of that. So I feel like it may not be comfortable to some people to own up to that or to watch that type of content, but you don't have to. But this, I also think that like I mentioned, I think it's a new age type of female empowerment is owning your sexuality. So I guess I agree with you that I think that it's truly up to them. This is art at the end of this is the way that they want to create and share their visuals for their, music. So it's truly up to them. And if you like it, watch it. Don't. You know what I mean?
I agree. Alex Shabria is saying, no, I'm not upset because men rap about having sex and women, doing that thing. So I agree. Why is it different for women to, sing about enjoying or they're being proud of their what have you? And, men sort of get well, that's 50 Cent or well, that's Joel Santana. That's just what they do. It happens. And it's natural.
It is. And it's part of the genre too. It's part of the music in general. It's always, been a little bit more kind of explicit. It's just how it's been. So it's nothing new to the genre, specifically if we're talking about the music.
Can I shout out Kayla Thomas real quick? Because this is not a read, because I love me some Kayla Thomas. Shout out to you, Kayla Thomas. Kayla is saying, uncomfortable, make something with eye candy for the girls. Now, this is good that you said that, Kayla, because Alex, I know you know this song because this is your girl. J-Lo did I Love You Puppy, I Love You, Love You, Love You Puppy. That's one of my favorite J-Lo songs and music videos because, Kayla, she had the eye candy. Now, don't you know that J-Lo got dragged for having a good-looking man in her music video? They dragged her, Kayla. So y'all can't win.
Can't win.
Ain't that?
Can't win. But someone who is winning is our OMT story of the day, and that's Kylie Jenner. Because Viola Davis may have replaced Kylie in the virtual world, but Cardi B is standing by her decision of having Kylie in the music video and actually reached out to Kylie and Chris on her birthday, which of course leads me to our OMT story of the day. So Cardi B posted the wishes on her birthday saying, happy birthday and thank you, Kylie Jenner, for being in my music video. I want a different type of bad bees in my video. Black, white, Latin mix. We all have WAPs, okay? But thank you always at Kris Jenner. You always a call for me and you treat me and mines like fam. So do you think this is cool of Cardi reaching out to Kylie and Chris?
I feel like she better. You just had Kylie break the internet for you. I would hope that she did. I guess that was very polite. They're friendly, the Jenners and Cardi. As we heard yesterday, Offset and Chris's husband, not husband, Corey, are friendly. So it makes sense. I'm sure Cardi sent over a gift and all of that as well. So happy birthday to Kylie.
Yeah, happy birthday, Kylie. I think Cardi B is standing by her decision. So no matter what anyone says, she feels that she had a right to put Kylie in it and she wanted to do this. And she's obviously very close with the Jenner fam. She has a relationship with them. She's made that very clear. So I think it's great. And I think that they will continue to have a great relationship because it doesn't seem like it's going anywhere. You know what I mean?
Do you think, Alex, that having Kylie Jenner in your music video will be somewhat of not a standard, but do you think that more people in hip hop will try to get a Kardashian Jenner or like someone from the neighborhood in a video? Like, are we going to see Stassi in a Rick Ross video, or like, are we going to see Courtney getting up out the pool in a Paris Hilton something? Like, do you see that? I see that because of the response of this.
Right. Well, we saw Courtney and Addison Rae on TikTok, so we saw that kind of transition. I know it's not Rick Ross, but
what's she doing wrong?
The other way. But yeah, I think we'll see this. I think there's always adding a Kar Jenner, any member of the fam, to something you create is going to cause a stir because like we said, we have a whole segment about this family. We love to keep up with them. We love to talk about them. They're always surprising us. So yeah, I see it for sure. I mean, I don't think that I don't think they're ever gonna go away, as they should. They've stayed here for this long, so you gotta respect it. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna tell you, we're gonna see someone put Jordan in a video, and I'm
Yeah.
gonna wait. Well, wait, that's what we're gonna see because Jordan's already done a couple music videos. We were hearing she did like a Baby Birkin music video and something else she had done. We need you back, Jordan. We need you to come and lay up on that massage table, put some underwear on if you choose, and break the internet one more again in music video form. I'll be waiting. Yes, ma'am. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, totally. A lot of people are speaking in the chat on this OMT. So someone said, Tasha said, obviously Cardi's going to stand by it. She did it for the attention and views. She's using them like they're using her too. At least it's a mutual beneficial relationship. Real Silly said, why not have her in the video? She's absolutely beautiful. People saying anything else are just hating. Yeah, I mean, Christy said Cardi is gonna work with Travis now. Watch, that's what she needs to help her slump.
Christy, listen, I was not thinking that, but Christy, you're not wrong. Cardi B and Travis would be a massive hit because he has crazy fan appeal. So hey, it's networking, Alex.
It is networking. And it's part of the industry. Networking is important. I want to shout out Kayla, who said there's more to us than WAPs, LOL. It's not safe for this show, but you can Google what WAPs actually means after this. And I agree, Kayla. I completely agree. Okay? So I hear you. But on that note, Courtney, you know, I think that is all the tea we have to spill today. This was a great show, but before we go, I think we need to do a little cheers to our Tequila Tuesday. How do you feel about that?
Alex, truth be told, and I never say truth be told ever, I honestly forgot it was Tequila Tuesday. I normally take that shot right after Tea Time, but girl, I knew the boys and girls of the world were so excited to find out if Kylie Jenner had truly been replaced that I forgot. So now I'm ready. Let's take a shot.
Cheers.
We're matching. Cheers.
Matching.
Bam.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yummy. Woo. Little tequila to spice up our Tuesday morning. Yes, T-Tribe, let us know your thoughts about all the tea we spilled today. We love to hear all your opinions, and thank you, of course, for watching. Make sure to check out the Hollyscoop Celeb Bites. So after the show, we have these one-off celebrity bites where we give a story. If you didn't get enough tea, there's more. Jason Derulo has appeared to knock out Will Smith's front teeth in a golf lesson. You have to see this. So check that out on Hollyscoop's YouTube channel. Courtney, if they are new here, where can they find you?
I would like to say, before I tell them where they can find me, you guys, in addition to Alex telling you guys to check out the Celebrity Bites, can y'all do me a favor and show love to those Celebrity Bites videos? Those ladies work incredibly hard on those videos, and they kind of put their all into it, especially knowing that we've all never met before. So please go and show them some love because they definitely deserve it, and they work hard for the money, work hard for it, honey. But you can find me on social media as well as my own individual YouTube channel for more pop culture mess at Courtney Revolution. Take that and type it up top.
And of course, I'm Alex Schiffman. You can follow me on all my social media at Alex Schiffman. Of course, we'll be tomorrow. We will be here tomorrow at 8:30 Pacific Standard Time for What Wesley Say Wednesday. And on that note, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell. And Courtney, I think it's that time to wash our hands a little bit, right?
All righty, you got it, girl. We'll see you tomorrow at 8:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time for What Way Wednesday. And now it's time to wash your hands, Leo. You better wash your hands. Scrub your hands. hands, just wash your hands, just wash your hands.